Hi there. In the last lecture we learned about strings, what we can do with them, how we can multiply them, placeholders in strings, and much more. In this lecture we'll be talking about lists. So let's open up our ideally. I'm going to expand it. Awesome. Now let's say we had a grocery list, right? We're going to go shopping and we need to buy some basic ingredients. So let's create a string is equal to I need to get eggs, bread, milk, carrots, whatnot, and let's say lettuce. I had a grocery list. Let's not call it string. Let's actually call it grocery list. Grocery list is equal to eggs, bread, milk, carrots, lettuce. Awesome. Now let's print grocery list. And there we go. Eggs, bread, milk, carrots, lettuce. Now, strings are simple. They allow you to create some words and print them. But let's say we wanted to manipulate it. Let's say I wanted to know what was the first item in my list, i.e. eggs. How do I do that? This is where lists or array comes in. A list or an array is an ordered form of writing down data. So let's create our first list. Just type with me my list is equal to, and then in square brackets you type in whatever you want. Eggs, bread, milk, carrots, and lettuce. Great. Now, what we can do with this list is immense. There's huge functionality to this list. First of all, let's just print it. See, there's a vast difference between what we got here and what we got here. Now, let's say we wanted to find out what was the first item in my list. To do that, I'll say print my list 0. Eggs. Let me explain to you. In lists or arrays, each item gets numbered. Now you must have thought that it starts by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's a common mistake. In arrays or lists, the counting begins at 0. So eggs will be 0, bread will be 1, milk is 2, carrots 3, lettuce 4. This is called the indexing of the list. So if I wanted to find out what was my, let's say, second item in my list, I'd say print my list, and then in square brackets, the index. So bread will be 0, 1. So the second item's index is called 1. So my list 1. Click enter. Bread. So like this, we can get each item in our list. Now arrays have many uses, and there are actually a lot of functions you can use with arrays. Let's get on to that. So you can add items to your list. Let's say your mom told you to get tomatoes too, and you need to add that to your list. How do you do that? So you say my list dot append, and then in regular parentheses, add what you want to append. My list append tomatoes. Great. Now if you try printing my list, there we go. As you can see, tomatoes have been added to the end. Now let's say we already had milk and we didn't need to get milk. How do we remove milk from the list? You can also remove items from your list. It's quite easy. All you do is you say delete, D-E-L, or for short, my list, and then the index. So the index of milk will be eggs is 0, bread 1, milk 2. So type 2, click enter. Now let's try printing my list. Awesome. As you can see, between bread and carrots, there's no milk. Milk has been deleted from our list. So let me quickly recap what we've done. We learned about arrays or lists. These lists you can manipulate and you can get information to your need. Now lists can store any type of variable. Right now we've just dealt with strings, but you can have an int array which stores numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can have an array which stores strings and integers. You could have an array is equal to 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Arrays can store anything. And then to get the value of the index of your array, you say print array. Let's say I wanted to get the value 2 of the array. I'll say print array 1. Because remember, the counting of an array starts from 0. So 1 is 0, 2 is 1, 3 is 2, A is 4, A is 3, B is 4, and C is 5. 0 to 5. Now we can also add items and delete items as stated above. To add items, you use the function .append. So array .append, and then in brackets whatever. Let's say I wanted to append 5. There we go. Print array, and you'll see that our 5 has been appended to the end. Great. Now I can also delete, and you delete using the delete key. DEL space the index that you want to delete. Let's say in my array I want to delete the letter C. So it'll be delete my array. Array, and then in brackets 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So delete array 5. Print array. Print array. There we go. C has been deleted. Alright, let's do a challenge. Let's say you wanted your favorite movies list. So create a list with your favorite movies, and then let's say you watched a new movie. I want you to append that movie to your movie list, and then delete the first movie of your list. Quite simple. Just create an array of your favorite movies, add another favorite movie, and delete the first movie of your array. Alright, let's do that. I'll pause the video and let you do that. It's quite simple. Alright, let's do this. Let's first create an array, movie array, or let's call it favorite movies. And let's set that equal to, I don't know, Real Steel, Iron Man. I mean, this is totally up to you. I'm just naming random movies. Avengers. Alright, this is our array favorite movies. Now let's say I want to add another favorite movie to the list. How would I do that? Favorite movies dot append. And then we could do Unbroken. It's a pretty good movie. I watched it a few days ago actually. And I want to delete the first movie, Real Steel. So I'd use the delete key, delete favorite movies, and then I'd say the first, so 0. Great, let's print favorite movies. Awesome. We have Iron Man, Avengers, Unbroken. Great. So in this video you learned all about lists. In the next video, we'll be learning about dictionaries. See you then.